All right, y'all, because get in here so we can talk about this latest episode of Belle Collective. Before we get started, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and get down in these comments because y'all already know we're going to have to talk about it. And let's go ahead and get into it. Now, y'all, I am a whole lot late because I've been wanting to review Belle Collective. I just don't know why it keep on slipping up. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. I know we're a few episodes behind on the new season, but let's go ahead and get into it. Now, we at the end of Letitia's. Is it Lateshia or Lateshia? Because they say it different. We're going to say Lateshia. That's easy on the tongue. Letitia's improv event is ending. Marie up hollering because she's getting ready to leave Storm out. Lateshia done busted out in tears. Y'all, we finna talk about Lateshia in a minute, but she done busted out in tears. Marie, can you just please sit down so I can say what I had to say? Now, she done already had to pull sogucci ass back in because y'all know she was finna march off when Selena came in. She got her back in. Now she got to deal with you, Marie. Sit your ass down. You and them finger waves. Have a seat for just a minute. She get them all calmed down, and basically she make the announcement that she's inviting everybody on a couple's trip to New Orleans. I don't know how this is a good idea, Lateshia, and y'all just all almost did battle round to the improv, but okay, yes, let's all go away on a trip together. That's how we do it. Marie got an attitude with Antoinette being there. And rightfully so, I guess, because Antoinette hasn't been around. And when she came in last episode, baby, she did not spare nobody the tongue. She got right with everybody that she needed to get to. When she even got up there and did the impressions last episode, she got with who she wanted to get to. So Marie like, was Antoinette invited? Let me know something right now, Lateshia. She the one put that IA on the end of Lateshia. That's why I don't really know how the hell you say it. Marie asking her, is she invited, Lateshia? Because if she's invited, I need to know that. Lateshia tell her, no, I was going to invite you, but I'm not. And see, this is the thing with you, Lateshia. You do all of this about sisterhood and about how y'all supposed to be able to talk out conflict and stuff. The girl just don't like you. Why are you not able to be like, okay, well, Antoinette, why don't you like me? And let's go ahead and put it out on the table and let's get to the bottom of it. Y'all, disclaimer, one thing about it, it's going to be a whole lot of country twang when we talking about the Bells, baby. Because one thing about them, I almost feel like I'm from Mississippi right now. The way the mouth is going with the slang, the country twang. Oh, baby, it's like it just done took over. So I'm just letting y'all know. Listen closely because you might not be able to understand what the heck I'm saying half of the time. But I just don't understand that, Lateshia. You should be able to talk to the girl and ask her why it is that she don't like her. And y'all should be able to get to the root of y'all issues. I know that it's been seasons since the girl been on her. So you want sogucci and Selena to squash it. You want Marie and Latrice to squash it. Why can't you squash your issues either? Because here you go saying that she's not invited. You was going to invite her until she got crazy. If it had been really what you be talking about, you would have just simply been like, okay, well, Antoinette, let's try to get to the bottom of what's going on with us right now. And then we'll revisit whether or not we going to go ahead and invite you. Everything go to hell in a handbasket, baby, real quick. Because they done jumped up. Security done had to escort everybody out. They had to escort them out in groups because Antoinette and Lateshia done got into it. Somehow, Marie and Tamara just done got frustrated. And she just says, okay, now you, Marie, all right, you sit down. They get to talking about this whole situation with Tamara's ex. Marie, I think you have a real warped situation or thought process when it comes to friendships and what they supposed to be built like. Because you have to know that if you considered yourself Tamara's friend, if Tamara and you had been trying to build a friendship or whatever y'all was trying to do, because we know y'all already been rocky, but for you to go sit down with somebody that's her ex and entertain all this negative stuff that he was talking about and then bring it back to the group, you would feel away too if she had done that to you. So I don't even know why you acting away. Matter of fact, you did feel that way when Latrice did that to you. Latrice went behind your back, bought some stuff up to the group that was supposed to have tarnished your business and your name and all of that. You don't think that what you came back and said that the man set up and said Tamara's a liar, she's a pathological liar and all of this. That girl's a public figure. You don't think that could have tarnished her brand? I mean, it's the same thing. You and her and y'all black stretch pieces could have sat down and talked about this a long time ago, all right? Apparently, they were able to come to an understanding. We don't even find that out right now because it looked like they still getting into it when they go out into the parking lot. But basically, we learned later that they did continue their conversation off camera, which I'm happy that they did because, it was all petty. Even though I feel like most of the fault was on Marie for doing that, it still was petty, and I'm glad that they could squash it. JJ pull up to the barbershop, and we learned that this is actually Dee's baby daddy's barbershop. He got the pool table in there. He got the bar. It's really decked out. You know, he pull up. He's the first one to get there. He's sitting there talking, getting his little lineup. Then you got, I want to say Willie comes first, Cliff, and then Glenn. They get to playing pool, and they basically chopping it up. Glenn lets it be known that he done quit his job. And see, the problem with you, Glenn, is not that you quit your job. It's the fact that you quit your job and you not giving no details to your wife. You know what I'm saying? It's like you kind of half-ass shooting around these ideas. And Letitia's right. You're not thinking about nothing as far as longevity, security, insurance, things like that. Apparently, you were the one carrying the family on your insurance. That is a lot to be giving up and not to be thinking about. And it doesn't seem like you did any of that when you quit your job. That's why Lateshia feel away. But we're going to also delve into that a little bit later as well. Glenn got the nerve to call out Willie because Willie made a joke about him and this damn rap he made up last season, and you know, said a little few cheap shots about Glenn. But my thing of it is, Glenn, you know good and well you need to cut this shit out, okay? Ain't nobody finna sit here and pat you on the back when it don't need to be no pat on the back. Even your wife was looking at you sideways when you got up there and did that damn singing. She got to support you because she married to you. But baby, everybody was looking at you crazy when you went up there and pulled out this damn song. It just is what it is. Willie is just that kind of playful dude. And he didn't even say it mean or nasty. It's just that he didn't not say it. I guess that's the thing. You used to everybody walking on eggshells and not really telling you how it is that you looking out here in these streets, when really you need to maybe thank Willie, pat him on the back, because he was trying to spur you while being funny. But you stand up acting like he don't like you or he think that he better than you. And then you, of course, got Cliff ass over here with cotton stuffed all in his mouth. We don't understand what the hell Cliff be saying. No, man, I think man, you acting like a woman. You acting like a female. And he got right back with you, Cliff, too. Me acting like a female and you the one over there in pink, just like you going to a baby shower, period. And is pastel pink. Easter Sunday. Like, stop playing. You feel me? That's the thing I don't like about Willie, because he's quick with it. And he be coming back with y'all real quick, like, and y'all know how to handle that. Him and JJ, I didn't even know they had a podcast together, but apparently Willie and JJ got a podcast together called, like, Why Willie or something like that. And he invites the other guys. He invites Cliff and Glenn to be on the podcast, but y'all over here acting like, what y'all say, he was acting like a female. No, man, I don't know. We don't know if we won't be on your podcast. You just saw too. Neither one of y'all doing nothing. Glenn, you recently unemployed, so maybe you should go have a seat on the podcast so you can get your ass some exposure. All right? Maybe somebody pick you in that song up. Catch. Latrice is at an event. She's speaking and advocating people to basically vote. She done invited Tamara and Selena, which ain't surprising because y'all know that's who she been rolling with her lately. As she should. I mean, them is her two friends right now. She do a little speech. Thank goodness, honey, you hadn't had no champagne, no Remy, no whatever the hell you was having when you was at the speech round to Letitia's event, where you got to getting up her talk crazy, calling the ladies 9-to-5 workers and all that shit. You did good on this speech. Actually, it looked like it was pre-written, and I think that's the difference. Now you know you got to have your little piece of cue card so that you can read off of, so you don't get sidetracked and just say something crazy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She get through and the ladies sit and they basically talking about Antoinette's reaction to what was going on at the improv class. And this is the thing that they be saying about Latrice. You knew good and well, because you got in the confessional and said that Antoinette hadn't got over all the stuff that had went on with her season 1 of her being on Belle Collective. So it's kind of like, why would you bring her around knowing good and well that she still has ill feelings? And the other ladies are somewhat disarmed because they don't have a clue that one, she's coming, 2, that she still got no problem after all this time. So you the one that knows though inside, but you still bring her. Now, 2 things can also be true. 1, no, Latrice is not on you as to how Antoinette chose to act, how she chose to respond. That ain't on you. What's on you is that you put her in that environment to act crazy and to get smart with them and to cause a big blow up. Just like you was doing with Selena, bringing her around when you know tensions is high between her and sogucci, even though it was kind of sogucci problem and her fault that they was having an issue anyway, because she started the altercation between her and Selena. But you brought Selena around knowing that there was hostility, and you kind of have a habit of doing that since the show done started for real. Tamara briefly talked her conversation with Marie, and that's where we find out that her and Marie came to an understanding. And like I said, it's good for them. I'm glad that they can finally squash this shit because it's been lingering too long. But she also say that Damon, of course, can't come with her on the couple's trip. Damon can't never come with you no damn where. It's like we gotta play Where's Waldo in order to find Damon at some type of event with you. It's crazy. And now that you got this baby, of course you get to use the baby as an excuse. So one has to be here for our daughter. So yeah, Damon can't come. I don't know. So of course you know that they gonna let you come just because you part of the group, you part of the collective, and of course now you're using the baby as an excuse, which everybody go ahead and gonna give you a pass when it comes to the children's. Glenn and Lateshia, they at their house. They sitting there waiting on Marie. Glenn making all these jokes about who Marie gonna bring on the couple trip. You got to have a man, don't you? What's she gonna bring her? What if she do want to bring her zuz? What if she do want to bring her rose, Glenn? At this point, you starting to say too much about Marie. It's starting to give, do you want a little piece of her in that bald head? What do you want? Like, stop playing with me when it comes to Marie. Because for one, she look a whole lot better than she did coming on her first couple of seasons, Glenn. Is you noticing that or what? I don't know, because I just don't like how you keep coming for sis. Marie get there. She come in, you can already visibly see that there's something wrong with her. She sit down. They get to asking what's wrong with her. And that is one thing that I like about Glenn as far as, yeah, you was just talking about her. But when she came in and he see she was upset, he switched right into, dang, Marie, what's going on? Marie lets it be known that somebody just recently tried to kill her and her family. They shot her house up, which is terrible. Don't nobody ever wish for that. And it's heartbreaking to even see the footage where you can actually see they shooting at her house with machine guns. That is so scary, to be honest with you. And unfortunately, with Marie, you got her mama that lives a lifestyle where she's on drugs. You don't know who she been out here messing with. She got children. She got a son. You don't know who the heck he out here messing with. But she say she asked all of her immediate family if they was in any stuff, and everybody told her no. So I really do hope that she's able to move comfortably and get somewhere else where she's able to feel safe with her family, because that's crazy, honestly. They went from one end of her house to the other shooting it up with machine guns. I know I'm repeating it, but baby, that is just so scary. JJ, Willie, Sogucci, and Akeisha, they doing the first podcast episode of Wild Willie where they actually both in the same location. It seemed like they've been doing like a over the web type thing. So I love that they got the wives with them to sit down and talk. And basically they kicking it out by talking like intimacy and menopause, which is something that both Sogucci and Akeisha are going through at the same time. So of course, Willie and JJ are stressed out about, how the intimacy has decreased since they've been together, which is understandable. And I think that that's also a great way to get both men and women interested in their podcast. When the episode is over, Willie and JJ basically fill the wives in on the meetup with the guys and how Willie and Glenn was kind of going back and forth, and basically how Willie was making a little ass out of Glenn and had him over there feeling stupid. But basically, Akeisha speak up and lets it be known that Selena was invited on the couple's trip, but she did say she don't know if she's going to be going yet. And here comes Sogucci with the whole, I had said I wasn't going if she were going to come, but I don't know, we're going to have to think about it. And it's just like, you did all of it just because you was mad that they was bringing Selena on the show, and now look at you. Basically, you have iced yourself out because, as you can see, I think she thought that the ladies was going to stop inviting Selena around just because of their loyalty to her. But now you see that, honey, that ain't the case. Apparently, producers or whoever want to see more of Selena on the show. So Selena's steadily coming around, and you done shot yourself in the foot because a whole lot of stuff you happen to leave from, so-called, just so that you don't get into it with Selena. Which don't make sense either, because you're the one in these confessionals keep saying stuff like, I just really want to have a conversation with Selena regardless of how JJ feel, because I feel like I'm responsible in getting her back together or getting him back together with his daughters. But you're not doing it. Every time we see you in these confessionals, then you put it on JJ. Well, my husband don't want me to talk to her, so I just can't talk to her. You already knew that. You already knew how JJ felt in the first place. You knew that all of this was your fault. You started it. So I definitely do think it's on you to sit down and have a conversation with the woman, because you see she's going to keep coming around. It's going to start messing with your money here in a minute because of the scenes you're going to be able to do. I'm just saying. JJ and Sogucci setting up for Sogucci granddaughter Ari birthday party. And see, this is what I'm talking about. This is a situation where D get to have her daughter birthday party at y'all house, be around JJ, be around Ju, and her star just now had a whole baby shower and JJ wasn't nowhere in attendance. And that's what I'm talking about. You keep putting off this, trying to talk to Selena so that y'all can kind of make amends and get past all this, and putting it off ain't doing nothing but further having his daughters probably feel like, well, dang, my daddy didn't even come to my baby shower, but here I am having to bring my son to your granddaughter party around to your house. How convenient. But I am proud of Star because she did show up. Lateshia and Tamara, and Marie, they all also show up, and we found out Akeisha couldn't come. I think they said her niece had graduated or something like that, so she couldn't show up. But basically, they sitting around, they talking the whole New Orleans trip. And it's so funny to see Marie and Tamara like talking. It's kind of like ever since they squashed it, they really don't put it behind each other, and they could just sit there and kind of have a conversation. And the rest of y'all need to really take notes on that. Lateshia bring up and be in a safe space, and that's why she want things back with the Bells, to be on good terms, because she did find something on her mammogram. Of course, the ladies give her condolences, and I forget what she was saying. I think it was something just like, we just all need to make peace and stuff like that. And so, Gucci, you do this thing. Here you go deflecting. You bring up D and her attempted to commit suicide, which of course takes the heat off of you and having to reconcile when it comes to Selena and your family. Now you talking about your daughter and how it was such a hard time, which of course it was. Nobody wants to be in a situation where they worried about their daughter potentially doing something like that and, maybe harming themselves, but you didn't have to bring it up in this moment. And you did, and just as she did, here come D, she comes in, and I love how all the ladies just basically start pouring out love and compassion to her, especially Marie, because Marie said she had kind of been in the situation before. She gave her a big old hug, she exchanged numbers with her, and they sit down and they basically just temperature check her and ask her how she doing, and apparently D is in a much better space right now, which of course everybody happy about. Marie also mentioned her shooting, of course, and the ladies tell her that they sorry to her about that. Lateshia in her office checking on the catering for the brunch that's going to happen in New Orleans when they go for the couples trip. I think she's going like 2 days earlier. One of the days is going to be for her brunch, which I'm surprised they finally showing another one of her brunches on her. It's been so long. I guess she has stopped doing them for a while or whatever. But baby, hopefully this one is way more up the pie than the ones you was doing when you first came on the show. We're going to give you that chance and let us see. But here comes Cliff pulling up, knocking on the door. He come in and say, no, Therese don't know he there. But Glenn is the one that sent him in there to talk about Lateshia. And to talk about why she feels the way that he's starting his own company. And that's the thing. Lateshia don't have a clue about what the hell Glenn got going on. That's the whole problem. And it's messed up because, Cliff, you finally starting to see what kind of friend Glenn is to you. You over here riding and dying for him. He ain't even told you that he hadn't been honest with his wife completely and told her what he was doing when he quit his job. What did he plan to do next? That is her whole problem with Glenn just upping and quitting his job. It's not just the fact that he has found another endeavor, because I'm sure that with her being a serial entrepreneur, if Glenn sat her down at the table and was like, baby, I want to do what you doing. I see you out here, you thriving and shit, so I got the little small box truck industry that I want to get into, or box truck industry, whatever it is, box truck. He want to get into that. If he would have laid her out a business plan and let her know what he was planning to do, I feel like she would have been all for that, because she does not give me the type of woman that's going to be like, no, Glenn, just because you making a good money, I don't want you to leave your job. She would have allowed him to explore that, but she would have also been on his ass about making sure they had insurance and making sure they were set in other ways before he quit the job. He just didn't want to take that route. He want to let me be the man, Lateshia. You going to have to let me take care of it. Here you ain't even thinking about something as simple as insurance. And Cliff don't even know that, because here he coming here stumbling and tripping all over himself. And I hope Latrice get off up in your ass, Cliff, for even going over there, sitting down, doing Glenn's dirty work, because you should have, as a man, told him, no, you feel me, I don't get in married people business. What you need to do, sir, is you need to go sit down and you need to talk to your wife and let her know what you're doing. That's what you should have told him, being a friend, not take your ass running over there to his wife's house and talk about what the hell he doing. And the thing of it is, granted, you didn't know the ins and outs, but that's exactly why you should have stayed to yourself, because you don't have a clue what the hell he really telling his wife or not. Now look at you with egg on your face. But y'all let me know, do y'all watch Belle Collective? Do y'all want me to keep reviewing the show? Let me know if y'all watch this episode. What was y'all favorite parts? How do y'all feel about the situation between Sogucci and Selena? And who do y'all think should apologize to who when it comes to them? Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn your post notifications on so y'all don't miss when I come back with the next one.